In this day and age, convenience is everything. There's countless digital tools to help you be more productive, save time, and achieve more with less. When it comes to connecting with your audience through video, Evergreen webinars fall into this category. From simply informing your customers to generating quality leads, Evergreen webinars give you the ability to reach your audience anywhere and at any time. Hello creators! I'm Daniela, Content Manager at Livestorm, and in this video, I'm going to give you all the info you need to understand and be able to run your own Evergreen webinars. Let's dive in. Well, unlike a live webinar, it's pre-recorded and typically available either on demand or it's automated and scheduled at a certain time or even on a reoccurring basis. So they're created using evergreen content, which means that the content or information being shared stays relevant for a long period of time, which is why it's better just to record it once rather than giving the same presentation over and over again. And evergreen webinars are typically educational, so they can be in the form of tutorials, frequently asked questions, expert advice, onboarding or training, or product demonstrations. Basically, they can be used for all kinds of things and are relevant for just about any industry and any team. You might not know this, but live webinars typically have an average attendance rate of between 30 and 45%. It's pretty low, but completely normal. And while there's a number of reasons for this, one that we can definitely be sure of is that the date or time of the scheduled webinar might not be convenient for everyone. And that's where Evergreen webinars come in. By having an on-demand recording of your webinar, they can be made accessible to your audience 24/7. In addition to this, there's a few other benefits. Evergreen webinars save you time. So live webinars, as you know, take a little longer to plan, especially considering the promotion that starts weeks or even months in advance, and the periodic reminders that need to be sent to registrants. So with on-demand webinars, you don't need to worry about any of that. Secondly, your content needs to be produced once. After, your webinar can run on autopilot indefinitely, as long as your content is relevant. And this can also help with SEO ranking on your website, especially if you use common keywords in your video that your customers search for. And finally, Evergreen webinars are scalable. So you can reach a very large audience with only one video. Not to mention, they can easily be shared, especially if there's a social sharing feature where your audience can take it upon themselves to share in their own social media networks if they want to. So there's a few things to keep in mind when building an Evergreen webinar. The first, content. And you don't want to use just any kind of content in your webinar. You want to know who your audience is and provide them with valuable, relevant content that informs and educates them. So this information you share shouldn't expire anytime soon, because that's the whole point of making an evergreen webinar in the first place. So try to avoid talking about anything too trendy or relating to statistics or reports, news, etc. And the second thing to consider is choosing a suitable webinar platform, because it can be the one-stop shop for everything you need to create and run both automated and on-demand webinars. So with a dedicated platform, you can create and host your recording, have a registration page where your attendees can sign up and you can collect their valuable contact info, and you can benefit from analytics tools to see how your webinar is performing. For example, you can see who watched your webinar and for how long. And this can give you an idea if there's something that can be improved. And after your attendees have tuned in, you can keep the conversation going by following up with them using automated emails directly from your platform. So this is a good opportunity to provide them with more valuable content and continue the nurturing process. So now you know what an evergreen webinar is, the benefits, and the most important things to consider. You might be wondering, what are the basic steps and how do I actually get started? So once you've found a suitable platform, here's what you can do. Step 1. Find a topic and create a script for your webinar. Again, keep in mind to choose a topic that will remain relevant and provide long-term value. Step 2. Put your presentation together. So typically, webinars are created using PowerPoint slides. It's a great way to create an organized presentation while also making it interesting and lively by using visuals and other multimedia content. And you keep in mind that you don't want it too short, but definitely not too long either. So at Livestorm, we recommend between 30 minutes to about an hour long. So you want it long enough to communicate your main points, but not too long so you bore your viewers. Step 3, record. So this is probably one of the best things about Evergreen webinars, because if you're afraid of messing up your presentation, you can just start over and re-record yourself. So there's a lot less pressure to get it right the first time. Step 4, decide how you want your Evergreen webinar published. So with a webinar platform like Livestorm, for example, you can either make your recording on demand where it's available at all times, or you can have it as an automated webinar and schedule it whenever and as many times as you want. And just a little tip here. If you're wondering which format to choose, one thing that can help you decide is whether you want to be able to interact with your watchers as they tune in. So when you do an automated Evergreen webinar, you'll be able to still use the engagement features like chat, Q&As, and polls just like normal, which would be ideal only for automated webinars and not on demand. All right, step 5. You'll need to set up your registration page so that it's accessible to your audience. So there should also be a form with the fields for the data that you'd like to collect from your registrants, for example, their name and email address. So this can then be on a standalone page, or if you want, you can embed your form on a relevant page on your website. And as for step 6, you can do a little cross-posting or promotion if you want by including a link to your registration page in any of your marketing material, including your content or maybe even your email signature. If you're a marketer like me, don't forget that Evergreen webinars can be used to generate leads at any stage in your marketing funnel, as long as your leads don't need to be interacted with directly. So the opportunities are endless. All right. That's it for now, folks. We've covered what an Evergreen webinar is, the benefits of creating one, some key things to consider, and the steps involved to help you get started. I hope that you found this video helpful and that you're ready to start creating your own Evergreen webinars. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to add it to the comment section below. I'll be back soon with more fresh content, and until then, keep creating, keep engaging, and keep those connections alive. I'll catch you soon. Take care.